Afternoon, I'm delighted to be here today to share with you three people who have the most influence in my life. My grandmother, my mothers, and fathers. At first, for my grandmothers. Actually, I was fortunate to rise with my parents and grandparents, but my grandmother in particular played a crucial role in my upbringing. She was an amazing woman who suffered through many hardships in her life. Both these, she still keep a strong, optimistic, and loving attitude. One of the values that my grandmother told me was the importance of the hard work. She worked tirelessly through her life to provide to her families, and she always encouraged me to do the same. I still remember how she would wake up early every morning to tend to her gardens, cook meals for her families, and do the various chores around the house. She never to complain about amount of work. It was that times when I struggling in school. I used to love learnings, but I was going through a difficult times and my grade was starting to sleep. I was worried about I would let my parents and teacher down, and I felt like giving up. But my grandmother would not allow me to do that. So she sat me down and told me about all of the difficulties she have to face in life and how she always never give up on her dreams. She reminds me if I am willing to work hard and preserve, I have the ability to achieve anything I want. Her her word of encouragement give me strength. I need to overcome my difficulty and ultimately success. Looking back on my life, I realized that value my grandmothers told me have to shape the person I am today. So before first, I believe that hard work is the key to achieving success. I'm going to describe the second most influenced person in my life, my mother. She was a normal woman who ran through many hardship in life, but she always remind me in humility is the value inspire me most in her. My mother faced a lot of challenge in her life because she grew up in a poor families. She have to drop out of school at a very young age to help to support the families. However, she never to lose patience for learning and always encouraged me to pursue my dreams. She worked hard to provide for our families and sacrificed her own needs for others. Despite her many achievements, she never to boast about them. She reminds heroes and always put others first. One story that showed my mother's humility is when we moved to the new communities. We have just settled into our homes, and when our neighbors come up to greet you with the gifts, instead of the accepting the gifts, my mother's politely declines and thanked them for the kindness. She explained that we did not need any gifts and that their friendship was enough. It may seem like a small gesture, but it's so lots of about my mother's characters. My mother's humility has a profound impact on my life. It told me to appreciate people over material perceptions and treat everyone with kindness and respect regarding of other regarding of their social status. It has also influenced my views of success. Instead of definite success by wealthy characters, now I define success by the impact I have on others and positive difference I can make to the world. For education, my mother humility told me respect others and follow the rules. She always stress the importance of the educations and encouraged me to do the first in school. But she always told me the humbles about the achievement to never look down on others who have not have the same opportunities. First, I will introduce to my fathers. My father was a businessman, but she always made sure she had percent in our life. For example, she would often take us to the family outings, such as picnics or trips to the countryside. She would also encourage me to share our thoughts and feelings with him, even if they were difficult to express. She would listen patiently and without judgment or criticism. There is one particular thing that stick up in my memories. When I was high school, I was having trouble with my study and I was afraid I would fail my exam. I was too ashamed to tell my father about my worries, so I keep them on myself. One day, my father noticed that I was different from my usual self, and she asked me what was wrong. After my hesitation, I told him about my academic difficulty, thinking she would displeased or angry with me. Instead, my father put his arm around me and said, "Son, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to do your best, no matter what. I'm proud of you." This word of encouragement means the word to me, and they give me the confidence to keep going. Through this experience and many other of like this, I have learned that family is most important things in life. It's not just about the bond ties, but about the bonds we form with people we love and care about. My father told me about the family values, including love, compassion, forgiveness, and support. These values have been guiding principle of my life, and they have shaped my work views. So that's all of me. Thank you, everyone.